Coughing like crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Coughing like crazy. Crazy, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Don't I have to change, let's change the thumbnail. Well, actually, yeah, this one probably be better. Well, actually, maybe that one. We got that. We got that. We got that. Throw this up here too. Crap. Oh, I did not work for this. It works there. Oh, is it working now? It just took a second to. There we go. So. Alright. So, we should be good here. I hope the audio is. I hope the audio is good. So I hope the audio is good. Like you can hear me. Cut. My phone's gonna start going off. So what I was getting ready to say is, I've like filmed stuff for like bicycle related stuff in the past, and I just never get around to editing it because you have to film so much, then like edit out. It's a lot of stuff, so I figured I'd just do a live stream of it. So I already took the bike pretty much apart. I've cleaned the. I pretty much went through and like rinsed everything and wiped everything down, and I already took the chain off of. So I bought a new chain tool. It's like a park tool CT5. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's the CT5 for the park tool. It worked pretty good. Because I've had ones at Walmart where I like tried to do it and like the little needle thing here, whatever you want to call it, has like moved to the side and then like broke. So I bought this. I think this was like 15 bucks, maybe. But it seemed worth it. They had like another one. I guess it was like a heavier. It's like a heavy. It's one that's like heavier duty for like 35. I think this will work because I'm not changing chain rings, or I'm not like taking apart chains all too often. So then I bought a SRAM 8-speed cassette, which I'm going to replace with this one that's like, I think it about 5,000 miles seems to be a good time to change it. And I got 11 to 28 for this. I don't think it was like 25 bucks. I want to say this one was this one's an 11 to 32. And this one's 11 to 28, so this should be a little bit tighter of a grouping. They did have, like I've done like 11 to 34, I think comes stock. Then I did 11 to 32. I think maybe some have like 11 to 30, so I just did 11 to 28. And they have one that's like a 12 to 26. So if I run through this and even like want even like tighter grouping, because like you barely hit, or for me, I don't hit 11 that often unless I'm like going like high speed like down the hill or something. But we'll take this off. We'll take this old cassette off with the tools I have, because you have to use like a chain whip and like a cassette removal lock nut thing. So we're going to do that. And then put the chain on the bike as well. Because I've been needing to do it, and it's warming up today. It's like in the 50s. So hopefully like we're done with like most of the cold and most of the snow and stuff. Because I went through and like washed a ton of like salt and stuff. Like possible like corrosion. So, because I contemplated getting like a cheap Walmart bike to ride during the winter with all the snow and stuff that's been happening. But I don't know. It was because that bike had like lock nut axles instead of like a quick release. So if I did get a flat, it'd be a pain in the butt. But yeah, we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna take this off, take the quick release skewer out of it. Then hopefully you can see this enough. I may wipe it down and put some grease here and there. Because I didn't really worry about, I'm replacing this, so obviously I didn't worry about cleaning it. But I cleaned pretty much the rest of the wheel. So what we got to do is, cause to loosen it is the way it spins. So you gotta have your cassette removal little bolt thingy here. I don't know what there's like a proper name for it. Like that. And also a chain whip as well. This one's also a Park Tool HCW-16, and it's also like a pedal removal tool in the end with the 15mm. So if you get more and more into bikes, especially if you're commuting, you'll start building up like tools and stuff so you can like repair your bike, because they'll save you like time and money. Because there was I bought the bike I have now. I bought at a bike shop that's like a few miles away from me. I think they've actually closed now. So the other ones are like further away, like 10 miles. Let me take that off. I can't remember if I have to keep this or not. We'll see. Then also the chain I got. I get this off. I just usually get the SRAM stuff. The chain I got was a SRAM PC 830 8-speed chain. So we got that as well. Now I've had this the last few times. Seems to do pretty good. And then we just pull that off. And there we go. Pulls off like that. I am going to wipe all this stuff off. It's kind of dirty and gritty and grimy in here. I actually need some Q-tips. May have to get those to get like into the, clean that out. Because I was wanting to wait until like March, like next month, till like spring or whatever, to make sure there's like absolutely like no more like salt, and all the salt's like washed off the roads and stuff. But the chain it's definitely gotten like, the chain's gotten loose, So it actually like when I put it in the biggest gear on the back, it like wants to pull it off the big chainring off the front and onto the small one, which can be annoying. Now, especially if you're trying to give it power, then it like wants to slip onto that. Yeah, let me get some Q-tips. But when I was doing the cleaning the bike and stuff too, I noticed the two 2mm bolts, nuts, bolts, screws, whatever you want to call them, were like a little bit loose on the rear derailleur. So at some point, I'm probably going to, because I have like 14,200 miles on the bike altogether, and this will be the fourth cassette I put on. So about 5,000, about 5,000, about 5,000. But I'm still running the original bottom bracket and crankset, which is the FSA in the sealed cartridge that came with it. But I'm contemplating in a few weeks. I gotta pull it out and like measure to see if it's like 68 or 73. But I'm going to plan on replacing that, unless I'm contemplating also too, like buying the I'd like a Contend AR, but you'll see here, like I have like rear racks and front rack stuff on this, so I can do like food delivery and like grocery shopping and stuff, which the front rack is like very useful if I want to like carry pizzas. And I'd like the Contend AR because it has, I think it comes stock with 32s, and it says up to 38s, but I think I've seen people that run up to 40s, so that'd be like really nice during the winter and stuff too. But it's like through axle, and on the front I don't think there's any kind of like a carriage pins or bolts or whatever where you can like screw a front rack in, which sucks because if I was gonna like buy a new bike for like Uber Eats delivery, like I've done a couple of videos on the channel, you can look like Uber Eats food delivery. I've done that a few times because you can go out for like 5 or 6 hours on a bicycle and make $100, $150, something like that. So it's kind of, if you need like cash that day, it's really useful. But because I was wanting to get that because it's like an upgrade and it's like bigger tires, so it'd be nice. But I think on it, I'd have to go into the bike shop and look too. But if it doesn't, I don't think it does. But I was thinking about getting like the 2021 Contend, Giant Contend 3. And because it comes with 28s instead of 25s, because I tried putting 28s on here and it wouldn't, it like rubbed against the back brake caliper, so that sucked. But the new ones come with 28mm stock, and I'm kind of curious if you can put 32s on there. I don't know. I'll have to like go in and ask around and stuff. But I think that'd be nice. And even if I did that, I could technically, if it's the same bottom bracket length, I could technically, because it comes with Tektro brakes, and I've already replaced my brake calipers with like the Shimano's because they just wear out over time. So I replaced that, and then of course, because I haven't done it in a while, so I had like, for the front and back, I pretty much had like drill out the old nut and bolt where it like corroded in there. But I mean, they're on there now, so I have like Shimano Claris brake calipers. And then I said I might get a new rear derailleur. Then I may change the bottom bracket, but if I got that new 2021 Giant Contend 3, I was contemplating still getting a Shimano Claris bottom bracket, put it on that one, take the FSA, and throw it on that one, because I'd still have both. Like have a bike, then have a backup bike, and I could even have like the new bike set up specifically for carrying stuff, then just keep my old one here with the skinnier tires, like a lightweight, just like if I just got a straight commute to work and don't have to pick up any groceries. Because when you start adding like racks and bags and all that stuff, it definitely adds. But that's kind of a side as a rant. I'm gonna get some Q-tips. I'd like to at some point too get like a dynamo hub on the front wheel too, and like a legit like dynamo light. Because I know if you do go out and do deliveries when it gets dark, luckily I have a light in motion like Rando 500 now, so it technically does dynamo charging, but you can only have like on the lowest setting when you're doing that. So I mean it'll get you there, but if I had like this is like the original back wheel spokes were breaking. I replaced it with the Stay True, and it was running fine. But I got in a wreck and it like broke the thing, so I had to buy another one. So this is like the third. But I'm still like running the original front wheel on that one. So because I think a front wheel with a dynamo hub in there hooked up to like dynamo lights and stuff to make it more like a ultimate commuting food delivery bike too. Which I did a bit of food delivery last year, but I don't know how much I want to do this year since I'm like working more at my job. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, if nothing else, I can do it just to pay for like bike stuff. Then since I'm doing like food delivery, like in my bike is the vehicle, like if you want to like buy bike stuff, you could do like Uber Eats, like food delivery. Then like all your bike stuff would be business expenses since you'd be a contractor with them. So you can make it where you like have little to no profit if you want to like do it really good. There's like some crud in here I want to get out. Then I put so it's good to write down your mileage for your. I was doing it for my tires, so I know about how many miles I have on them. So I put because I got new tires. Because I was wanting to wait for springtime with those too, but the other ones were like starting to dry rot because I had them for like 8 or 10 months. So I put these on with like 14,115 miles on the bike. So I think I'm gonna write down 2 for the cassette, so I can keep track of that. Because really with the cassette and chain, I changed them both at the same time, and I normally just, when the chain starts feeling loose. Because like I said, I'm using it for like commuting and stuff. I'm not using it for like racing or anything. Like people are there like wanting to do it for like high speed racing probably. They have like a tool that like tells you when the chain's too loose and stuff. I just kind of do it by feel, I guess. Good Lord. I think I'm getting sick actually, which sucks. I don't know if it's sick or it's just the changing seasons of the like sinuses and stuff. Now I have taken the hub apart before on like like on an old wheel, but I'd rather not do that if I don't have to. Because you have to, at least for mine, I had to find like an 11mm Allen key. That of course I had to order. Because like all the stores around here don't have anything bigger than a 10. It's like a little bit of rust on there I want to get off. Alright. Kind of wipe that backside down as well. I think certain things like this, I'm just gonna like just start live streaming it instead of like trying to record and edit and stuff. Because there's a state bicycles like the I think it's like the All-State 4130. I was gonna get it as like a winter commuter bike because it had like huge, like 42 millimeter, like 700C tires, and also you could buy the kit where you can like literally swap it with like 650B. I think it's like almost like 2.5 inch tires, but they were out. Then by the time they were back in, it was saying like mid-February, which is now. Then it was like, because it started at 800. And if you had like the, if you got like both tires, it's like an extra 350, which I'm sure was worth it. Then they went out of stock, and they kind of came back into stock for a little bit. Then it was like 850. So it is like a 1x11. I don't know. It still seems pretty interesting because they have the steel version, but they also had like an aluminum version too. I think it was like it started at like 13 or something like that. But the steel one had like every single rivet you can think of for like touring and backpacking and all that stuff. But I mean, still at some point, if I get the money, maybe I ought to get the aluminum one. Because you can get it with a carbon fork, I think, that has some of the rivets on the front. Because I kind of wish I can go to like a bike shop and like kind of look at it. Because I think there's one near me that kind of does some state bicycles, but it's just like the $300, $400 like single speed 25 millimeter, like the basic get around the city ones. Because I mean, just weight wise, I'd prefer aluminum over steel. I'm not like I'm not like backpacking through Mexico or China or some like. Which way are you going? Like backwoods area where I absolutely need like it to hold up, I guess I should say. All right. My nose won't stop running either. Bunks. Okay, so it does come with its own screw-in cap things. That's good. Because the other one was getting a little shisty. You know, the 8-speed, it comes into like most of it's like this, and you have the two smaller ones, and then the cap. And there seems to be a little bit of grease on there, so that's good. All right, you just got to line it up. come on. There we go. Yeah, it seems, I mean, it is obviously smaller because it's 28 to, I don't know how well you can see it. But that, look how dirty that is. Like, I've been cleaning it, but with, like, we've gotten like a ton of, we got more snow and thus salt this year than we have the last few years. But you can kind of see the, I mean, obviously the difference in how clean it is and how dirty this one is, and the size a little bit, 32 to 28. So it'd be kind of interesting too. Now, I'm also wondering if I need to, if I'd have to, I guess, if I have to index the gears. Are you hot or something, Tyson? Get that. Put that on. Then when you tighten it up, you're going that way, so. Obviously you want to make it tight, but obviously not too tight. So just a firm amount of pressure. Wipe the skewer down really quick too. I may put some more grease on it. Good Lord. What's up, buddy? I got some Ultra Lube 4X more lubrication white lithium grease. Eco-safe, non-toxic. It says 4 times more lubrication. It says it's plant-based too. I didn't know that. I think it's something they sold at Walmart one time and I bought it. Let's get a little bit. Get a little bit. You want something there, Tyson? You acting like all depressed or something. Ugh. It's like separated out. You ever mess with like oil paints and shit? How they can separate out between like the pigment and the fucking actual like linseed oil? Seems like similar to that. So let me. Now it would make sense to have the skewer on this side, right? Alright, so that's that. Now it's time to put the chain on. I just gotta make sure I like route it correctly. Yeah, but you can see too how this is, because the old one's more like this, and this one's kind of like more, where it's like, it doesn't go as big on the big gear, so like kind of a more, or whatever you call it. like I said, I'll probably change the bottom bracket. I may order the... I'd have to take it apart and measure it just to be sure. I don't know, maybe like in a few weeks I may change the bottom bracket, and I may do the derailleur as well. I don't know. I don't know if I need to change it. I mean, it's old. It's the original. I mean, it's still holding. I cleaned it one time and it's like all squeaky. Then I sprayed some like WD-40 in there. And it's been fine since. So I don't know if I need to... I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it kind of thing. But then again, I mean, it is... You can see there's like certain... Where it's like scraped. And the paint's come off. So there's like certain parts that are like... rust, I guess. And this one's... I mean, this thing's wore out. I think too with the... I think it said like with the bottom bracket, if you have like an old one, it can like wear out chains if you don't change it. But I don't know how often people change their bottom brackets though. So, like I said, I was gonna wait and do it all at once, but I needed to change the chain. So I may do the bottom bracket in a few weeks. So it won't be a huge issue if it does start wearing on the chain of cassette. SRAM precision components require precision installation. Do they now? It's all sticky. Where's my Oh, I can smell the whatever the fuck's on there. Didn't it come with a fucking... No? It's not. I guess I can take one of these off and it'll... Right? No? Oh, okay, there we go. I was like, what the fuck is going on? You had to just take it off and turn it around. Then you can put it in place, okay. So, now I fucked up this derailleur thing before, so I gotta make sure I put it the right way. And I think I fucked up the... the front derailleur as well. Oh no! Come on, bitch, get in there. Good lord. Shit's so fucking annoying. Yeah, the fucking alarm's going off and shit. I have that Coke bottle drawing. I was wanting to finish, but I figured since I got up early enough, I could work on this today. But then, I mean, I didn't take apart everything, but I took apart it and I was cleaning it. And, I kind of realized too that like all the snow's melted, so it's going to get like wet and dirty and gritty and grimy again. But I mean, that's better than still just being caked in corrosive salt, I guess. So I think I need to run it through here, right? No, this run this way. And then through here. There we go. See, it's tricky. Where's that little piece at? I'm like, why the fuck does that seem like it's not nowhere near long enough? This is like some sticky ass fucking grease. Tell you what. I tell you what, Bobby. Oh shit! You don't even need a fucking key tool for this. Will that stay? What? No way. Because they have like these two silver keys. No way. Is that going to stay? Or usually it's just a circle, but it's like a double half eclipse thing. You just push it in and like kind of pull it. No way. Will that fucking stay? Dude, that makes shit so much easier. No way. Will that fucking stay? Holy shit. I'm gonna have to try it. I mean, I still needed the fucking tool to get the other one off, but it technically was the same. I usually don't use these, though. Am I supposed to? Let me... My hands are, like, beyond sticky. What the fuck? Now I give it a quick test run, too. I may be able to do it out in shorts as well. Build it back up. I gotta put the rear rack. Well, I don't have to, but put the rear rack on there and stuff. That may actually fix a good lunch or dinner. I just had a coffee and a banana earlier. Oh man. Let me see. Because I've seen that before and I didn't use them. But if that's true, oh, it doesn't really. No. PowerLink silver connector included. Made in Portugal. Huh. Because it like, you'll imagine like each little thing is like, there's like a connector here. It's like two circles, but this PowerLink, whatever you call it, is like, it's like a circle and then one that's kind of like overlapped and like sit offside a little bit. So you can slide it in there and then you just pull it and it like snaps into the... Alright. Alright, that's interesting. I bought this before, but I don't think I ever use them. I usually just don't use those. And just... Will that... Now I'm wondering if it's going to stay. Will that stay? Do you need a key tool to take it apart? But to put it together, you just put it in and... Alright. Okay. Alright. Alright, let's put the wheels and stuff back on there. Well, that was a lot fucking easier than I thought. Now I gotta see if we gotta re-index the stuff too. Re-index the gears, which I'm assuming. Probably. Oh no, I did mess it up. I didn't run it. Oh man, I ran it under the frame instead of through it. I told you I fuck shit up all the time. It's fucking tricky. So I was supposed to run it here, not over the fucking... God damn it. I guess we have to try out our Silverlink theory. So technically I just need to push this in just a bit to unsnap it, right? Oh no. That was not good looking. What did part of it? Oh, because it wasn't supposed to. Uh-oh. Well, it's already done, so. Whoopsie daisy. Boy, I fucked that up. Okay. I just messed up the power link stuff. I guess I won't be using it then. Anyway, so it'd probably be quicker if I just... Because running through the derailleur sucks. Run it here, then run it through here, then run it back. Through here. I mean, should it still hold? Or do I need to, like, not do the power link at all? I mean, technically it should still hold. I just kind of... I think I messed it up a bit. Okay, that seems okay. I don't know how I feel about this power link thing. I mean, it should stay, right? I guess I'll just keep an eye on it. Because I think last time I didn't use it at all. I think last time I just took it off. Now let's put this on here. Now let's try it. Why is that? Is that on back? What the fuck is going on here? Dude, why is that on back? Why is that on backwards? What the fuck? When the No, I guess I just did that. I'm like, why in the fuck is that on backwards like that? The spring is there's like two springs that go. They're not like straight up and down. They're like, I don't know, conical, pyramidal, cone, little top, big bottom. And the big bottom was like sit up in the recess of this thing, and I had it backwards. I was like, what the crap is going on? There we go. Oh yeah, this one's. Oh yeah, when I was cleaning this one, I was like rubbing the tire off dry, and like this tiniest piece of like metal shard was in it, and it was so tiny. I thought maybe it's part of like the wire meshing of the sidewall or some crap like that poking through, but no, it's like a extremely tiny piece of metal that had gotten in there. Actually, this may be better to put it on like this, and then that was actually kind of tough to get that on there. Let me do that, because I got the front brake calipers kind of tight. Oh, my nose. I need to get some fucking Dayquil. Do they have Dayquil pills? They do, don't they? Let me. There's some of that off. Yeah, it's also a good idea to check the bolts and everything as well. I probably am gonna have to re-index the gears. I'm guessing. Let me go ahead and put some. Why is this? I was like, why in the crap is that rubbing? Come on. There we go. Close. Go ahead and close these as well. Come on. I think those are still. Well, that's not good. There we go. It's like it's not good. Those are like card stocks and spokes. Pump a little bit in there. Make sure you don't have any. Make sure you don't have any of the inner tube. That the tire is like actually set. You don't have like. Because I've done that before where I didn't check it. Like part of the inner tube was like sticking like under the tire and up against the rim. And if you blow it up, it'll blow the inner tube. Alright. Let's pump her up. Put about a hundo in there. Alright. Alright, that should be cassette. Oh yeah, I was going to check, see if the indexing was good or not. I mean, it might be. It's still hitting the 8 slots, but this thing feels super light without all the stuff on there. Yeah, it wants to. Crap, I can't remember. Is it Titan? Is it a quarter turn? I'm trying not to get my fingers. I mean, is it? I can't remember if it's like clockwise or not. I'm supposed to turn it. Maybe it is. That worked out pretty good. That one went pretty good. Then also, if you're trying to index your gears, and for some reason, like all of them won't index correctly, like maybe the top 7 or the bottom 7, that could be a sign too that your chain is stretched out and needs to be replaced. Alright, look at that. Did that not? Why am I not hearing? I'm not hearing a. It's working. Thought there was a. Oh. I mean, these may be getting more now too. Thought there was like a more of like an audible click. See, that's not good. Oh, it's all the way. See if we hear. See, that's a very audible click. And there should be. It's not really one. Maybe it's the way it's. So you should hear like a. Alright, maybe it's just the way I had it in the cable was. I kind of need a. At some point, I may need to get a one of those, what do you call them, stations that I can work out of. But I may see. I could have taken this off too, but this has a piece that's like bolted in between, like on the caliper bolt. So I had to buy a because it comes with, I think, with like a 52 millimeter bolt for your calipers for the front. I had to buy an extra long one, which I think was like a 70 millimeter. So I can fit this little piece of metal here, so I can fit it in between the frame and the caliper. But I guess if I really wanted to, I could like just unbolt it from here. I didn't. Then unbolt this, but this is kind of a pain too, because you have to put like a bunch of spacers down here, because it wants to, because the hole is like back here, but the frame is like up and protruding. So I don't know, it's just weird. I gotta blow my nose again. But I may put the mud guards on here and ride it around the block and see how we handle. I may be able to do it in shorts actually really quick, because it's in the 50s. So also, if you get a bike, even motorcycles too, you can put your phone up, quad lock. And it's like $100, but it's like, I got like the quad lock. I got like the Pro, so it's like extended out. And the case for my phone. And I paid like 10 extra bucks for like a little thing on the bottom here, so I can attach my GoPro. Instead of having like mounting this on here, then my GoPro on the hand, I just put the GoPro underneath. And it works very nice. Because I started getting this because I did like Uber Eats doesn't connect with Google Maps and give you like audible directions where you can like keep it in your pocket. So I had like, when I was first doing it, I'd have to like pull out my phone and look to see where I am. But with this, I can just put it up there and just keep it in front of me so I can see where I'm going. But yeah, I think I'll give this thing a ride around the block really quick. Give this yeah, I'll put the, I mean, it's got some lube on there, some sticky grease. I don't know if I need to put any more or not. Like I said, I may give it a ride around the block to see if it's working. My ears are stopped up, working good. And then put the cages back on. The cage is a little annoying. You got the holes down here, which is fine, but I don't have holes up here, so I have to like get the...
I think you want to turn the volume down by 1. Is that right?
No.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
But it has like little metal hooks with like rubber on there, so you can like kind of I don't know what you call them. Let me see. It's like these things here, and they like sit on the frame. Then you run a bolt through it, so it kind of bolts it like that. So I gotta wipe these off too. There's like a lot of fucking dirt and salt and shit. But yeah, I think that may be... I'm tempted to leave the rack off because it's super light. It feels so light. Even if I took the front rack off too. But I think that may be it. So I guess I may test it and put a comment saying it worked out good. But yeah, I'm gonna go try this. Alright. Later, I guess. Later.